Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Tuesday, September 14th, 2021, 6:30 a.m. So glad you could be with me this morning. Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself. And we do that by teaching you how to currency trade with our proprietary trading tools and our best in the business one-on-one personalized training. We think that the personalized training is really the only way to effectively learn currency trading. In this session, we do this for actually a couple reasons. First is it's a teaching moment. You get better by following or watching other traders trade and explain what they're doing. So that is one purpose. And the second purpose is just to show you how accurate the tools are. You see me take a trade and see the trade go through. You see the tools work. So with that, let us, I guess the last piece of information that you probably need to know is that we've got a dozen different signals. I am going to use two of them, something called the 10-point trade, and another toward the top of the hour, the thick orange line trade. So with that, let us get going. We need to listen to the disclosure from this guy, and we will
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right. We have lots of sessions where there are live trades. If you're a light or if you are a regular member, until you're consistently doing 10 pips a day, I would attend as many of these as you can and take the free trades that they give out and then work on your skills. A little later this morning, the lights have an intro to coaching at 9:30, and the regular members have the MIT at 10 a.m. So lots of opportunities to trade. Take a quick screenshot, and you can register for, the members can register for all of those sessions on the Trader University. And for the trades that I do, you get the email with the link. I trade off of a little check routine. My first step is always to just make sure that the charts are current and live. I've done that before we popped on. The review of yesterday is very, very important because you want to figure out what you did wrong, if anything, so that you can improve it. Without the review of what you've done, you won't get better. Yesterday, we did a thick orange line trade, and we did a thick orange line trade for 5 pips, and it closed within about an hour of the evening. As we are technical traders, we like to check the news to make sure that we're not trading into a news item. So let's do that real quick. I like to check the news at forexfactory.com. Breaks it down into the low impact, which are the yellows, medium impact, which are the orange, and high impact with the red. And we've got some news items on the USD coming out at 8:30 that are consumer price index that are significant enough to move the market. As we are at 6:30, we're within 2 hours of this. So the likelihood we're not going to take a USD trade this morning because of that, but we will do our analysis and see, part of why we do this is to just get down the basics of the analysis. So we will do our analysis, but the likelihood is we won't take a US trade, USD trade this morning. So with that, let us get into our analysis. On the chart, this chart you have access to. It's the light 6 major. I have created 4 versions of this by just adding different, copying it or cloning it, and then changing the pairs. This first chart has primarily USD pairs on it. And I start with the middle chart, which is the majors and minors. And I'm looking for a situation where these lines are either above the blue line or below the red line. They're below the red line, they're oversold. They're above the blue line, they are overbought. If they are overbought, that's a good selling opportunity. If they are oversold, it's a good buying opportunity. So on this first chart, your Australian USD, we are in the middle of the channel, and the majors, which are the red and green lines, are going sideways. So I'm going to pass. Euro USD, we are oversold and going down. I don't want to take a trade when we are oversold going down because I don't know how much more of a move there is. I want to catch it when it's up here and it's starting to go down. Had I caught this when it was way up here, we're looking at 16 pips. So the when we are oversold, however, I don't know how much more is on the downside of it. So I want to catch it up here and ride it down. That's what I'm looking for. Pound dollar, we've got kind of conflicting here. The minors are almost through the channel. Majors have turned and are overbought and they're going up. USD Canadian, we are oversold and going down. It had started to go up, but then turned. Dollar Swiss franc overbought going up. Dollar yen overbought going up. So nothing on those first set of charts. Got a little intermission here. I don't know why it's sticking. Page is not responding. Not good here. I want to refresh the page because I want to make sure the chart's current. All right, so pound or euro pound oversold going down. AUD JPY overbought going up. This is like last night. We're not seeing anything at all. Euro Canadian dollar oversold going down. But again, we're not going to find something every time we happen to look. We have to be selective and wait till we see the setup. When we see the setup, then we know to act. So AUD NZD, it is kind of oversold and through the channel. Pound yen, overbought, still going up. Euro Australian dollar, oversold, going down. Canadian dollar, yen, overbought, going up. Euro New Zealand dollar, oversold. It started to go up and then changed. Pound New Zealand dollar, overbought, going up. New Zealand dollar yen, it started to come down, then turned. So nothing there. Gold and the dollar, oversold, and it's starting to turn but hasn't quite turned. Bitcoin and the dollar, oversold. Well, the majors are oversold. Miners are just entering the channel, so nothing there. Why aren't we getting anything here? Let's try opening it again. Well, I apologize. We are not getting the chart. All right. Well, we haven't been able to verify to take a look at the last 6 pairs for the 10-point trade. Let's go back and take a look at see if we have a thick orange line trade. It is a little early for the thick orange line trade. I like to take this trade when there's 5 minutes left in the hour, and we've got 15 minutes left in the hour. And what's happening with the thick orange line trade, it is taking a look at what's going on with the thick orange line. The number here is a scaled number. The number goes from 0 when the thick orange line is as low as it can go to 10 when the thick orange line is as high as it can go. When the number is 0, effectively what the thick orange line is telling us, it believes there's no more down in the move. It's gone as low as it's going to go. So when it's gone as low as it can go, that's a good buying opportunity. However, as good traders, we don't want to rely on just one piece of information to take the trade. The more pieces of information that we can put together that support it, the stronger, the more accurate the trade will be. So when I see this at 0, and it doesn't have to be exactly 0, it can be within 1 point of either end. So it can be from 0 to 1 or 10 to 9. If I see this at 0, I want to get support from the majors and minors, and I want to see all 4 lines well below the red line. And if I have condition 1, the orange line at 0, and condition 2, the majors and minors well below the oversold line, then I've got a good trade. So this one is a little bit more than one, so I'm going to pass on the Australian US dollar. On Euro USD, I have it at 0, but I don't like it quite. I want to see the red line a little bit further down. Yesterday, we took one, but the red line was a little further than this red line. On this red line, it's not enough for me, so I'm going to pass on this one. And what the goal is here is when both are telling me oversold, when the new candle comes up, it's like pulling a rubber band. And when the new candle comes up, there's going to be a little snap, and we're looking to catch that little snap. But this isn't to my liking. I really like to see the red line. The green line is good, but the red line isn't quite there. But we're still early. We've got 13 minutes. So when it gets down to 5, maybe we'll come back and take a look at this. 3 isn't close enough to 0 or 1. 5 isn't close enough to 0 or 1. 10 is close enough to 0 or 1. Well, 10 is 10, and it's actually been 10 for the last 2 hours, and these lines are all up where I want them to be. So when we get down to, I'm going to write this down, when we get down to 5 minutes left, I like the USD CHF sell for 5 pips. Even though we've got the news item coming up, I think we'll catch the bounce. We should catch the bounce before before that news item comes up. So I like that. This USD JPY is also a good trade. It is, we're at 9, which is within 1 point of 10, and all 4 lines are above. This red line is on the USD CHF is a little bit higher than this line, but this line's okay. So we actually have 2 trades there. I want to see what else there is before we decide. I'd like to have another currency pair involved so that we're not putting all our eggs in the USD basket. Euro pound 1.8, not close enough. Australian yen 3.6, no. Euro Canadian 0. It's been 0 the last 3 hours for this candle, and this candle, and all the lines are nice and below. So Euro Canadian, buy for 5 pips. Again, it's a little too early to take. We got 11 minutes left. I want to wait. So, but we've got a couple good setups here. AUD, NZD, no, to not close enough, not close enough, not close enough, 6.28. $8.6 or 6.1 or 8.1, no. 7.9, no. 7.7, no. 2.0, no. 0.49, that's within 1 of 0, so that's okay. And the lines are way down here. Oh my goodness. But that's with the USA pair. With the USA pair. I'm going to think about this one. I'm going to only want to take one of these USD pairs, so I want to think about which one I like the best. And one, this is close to one, not quite, but I don't have everybody oversold, so we're going to pass on that. Let's see if this other chart has come back yet. I don't know why we're not getting it. Well, for some reason, that is not refreshing as it should. So let's go back and take a look at what we have. So we had the USD CHF. USD JPY. Euro Canadian. And gold. Gold is volatile. It moves quite a bit. I think we'll go ahead and take the Euro Canadian and USD CHF. Reason I like this one versus the yen is although the pressure doesn't come into this trade, the pressure is stronger here, and it's nighttime in Japan, whereas this is kind of morning time for both of these guys. And it's a little early here in the U.S., but Swiss franc is trading. So as it's more in market, I'm going to go ahead and take the USD and the Euro Canadian. So let us go ahead. We'll go ahead and just one more try on this chart. Nothing there. How about over here? Nothing here. Huh. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and take a, it's a little bit early. I like to wait another couple minutes, but let's just go ahead and take it. So that was USD CHF. So I'm going to open up my CoinEx or my Forex, turnkey Forex, whatever MetaTrader 4 you're using. I do not have that chart open, so I'm going to go to File, New Chart, and I'm going to look for USD CHF. USD CHF, it's right in the top group. Here it is, and I am going to then go to the second row and go to New Order right here. Click New Order. I'm going to make sure my symbol is correct. Then I'm going to check my volume. In this account, I've got 10,800. This is a demo account. I am going to make my volume based on how much I have in my account. And the simplest way is just to move the decimal place over 4 spots. And so that would make a volume of 1. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or the take profit at this point. I'll add it in afterwards, and it's going to be a market execution, and it's going to be a sell. So it's recorded the sell. Down below here, I'm going to right click anywhere along it, and it'll pop up this menu, and I'm going to go to modify, and I'm going to add my take profit and stop loss. 50 points is 5 pips. So I'm going to click the little blue button under it, and it will do the math and put it in here for me. And on this, we're going to use a 4-to-1 stop loss. So if my take profit is 5 pips, my stop loss is going to be 20 pips. 20 pips equals 200 points. Again, click the little red button. It does the math for me. And the only other thing I like to do is I like to make sure I get the full 5 pips. So, and this calculates it based on what the price is when I've actually clicked this. So I just like to double check the math, 0.9222. So if I want to sell, I'm going to go to 0.9217. 170. So I've got my full 5 pips recorded. It drops both in. I like where the stop loss is. I like where the take profit is. And now let's go back to the other, which was the Euro Canadian. Let's just make sure the signal is still good. Euro Canadian. 0, all the lines well below, so the signal is still good. So we're going to go ahead and take another a second trade. So again, I don't have that Euro Canadian here, so I am going to go to File, New Chart, and I'm going to find it. Euro Canadian, not in that first group. Euro Canadian, not in that second group. Euro Canadian right here. And this was a buy. So I am going to then go to the second row, click new order, check my symbol, check my volume. Again, since I've got 10,000 in the account, I can have 2 trades going. I'd like to keep this margin level here above 1,000. By taking this second trade, it's going to put me a little bit below it, so I can have 2 open trades, and that'll be it. So we're going to go 1. We've got a little bit of a spread here. It's more than a pip. From 1 point, we're at 2.3 to 3. It's about almost 2 pips, 1.7 pip, but we're still going to go ahead and take it. I'm now going to highlight the second one. If I right click, it brings up this menu, and I'm going to again add my take profit and stop loss. Just click the blue button and the red button, and it puts the numbers in. And I just want to make sure I get my full 5 pips. So if I came in at 1.4934, I'm going to go to 1.4939. So I'm going to adjust this to 393. So get the full 5 pips. So I'm going to just read these back for you. And I like this too. It's just on the other side of this wick here. So there's less of a chance that we're going to get stopped out. So on the first trade, we took a sell on the USD CHF. Sell on the USD CHF with a take profit of 0.92170. Take profit of 0.92170. Stop loss is 0.92426. 0.92426. And on the second trade, which was a thick orange line trade, we did a take profit of 1.5 1.49393. That's 1.49393 with a stop loss of 1.49123. Stop loss of 1.49123. And the candle just changed. So let's go back and take a look at the signal. Normally, what I like to do is see that this number changes by at least 1. So it was at 0. We went up to 1.8. So it moved more than 1. So that tells me that we've got a higher likelihood that the trade's going to close. Let's go back to the other trade, and we didn't get that same 1 point move here. So this one's going to take a little longer to close. If this is positive at 8 o'clock, if this is in the money at 8 o'clock, I would close it. I wouldn't wait for it to get the full 5 pips because I don't want to go into that trade. I don't want to go into that news event at 8:30. So if this hasn't closed by 8 o'clock, but it is positive, go ahead and close it. And let's see if we have any questions. No questions. All right. Thank you very much for being here. We are here to help make you become very successful traders. If you have questions or need help, reach out. That's what we're here to do. We will be doing this again Thursday morning. All right. So we'll see you then. Thanks. Bye-bye.